Hello, Steve Mills here, and I'd just like to thank you for spending a few moments listening to this video. And in it, I'm going to talk to you about how to harvest what I call your low-hanging fruit. Now, this is a video that is part of my Results Mastery program. The Results Mastery is a 12-month program for people who want to make either growth of 25 up to 100% in 12 months. And not only that, but it's a program that comes with a guarantee, and the guarantee is this: if you don't make at least 10 times what the program costs you, then we'll give you your money back. So you've really got nothing to lose. Now, if you're interested in the program, you've got two options. One, you can click the gold button and get started today, or number two, you can click the black button and book a meeting with me. I promise no hard sell, just a meeting to answer any questions that you may have following this video. Now, in this video, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking to you about the program and what you can expect if you decided to join, and believe me, you should, if you're basically focused on growing your business. I'm going to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes to the video side of the program, talking about low-hanging fruit. So bear with me for a couple of minutes while I give you the overview, and then you'll really gain some great benefit and ideas to grow your business. So just scrolling down here, first thing I wanted to show you is the 7 principles of business. Really, it's of business growth, I think. And they are there you can see strategic improvement. You know, if you could improve the strategy, the planning side of your business so you were more effective, then that's going to have a major impact on your business. Marketing improvement, you know, getting more leads into your business, obviously that's going to help, but that's no good unless you can have really good sales improvement and you convert more of those leads into sales. And next one is finance. This is another key area. Most businesses, so my accountancy friends tell me, are not very good at managing the money. And we all know that 8 out of 10 businesses who started 5 years ago will have already gone bust. And so, you know, the finance side, I think the two biggest reasons that businesses fail is, number one is without a doubt lack of sales, and then number two is poor financial management. Also, one of the keys I think to growing a business is customer service. You know, really having a process to make sure that you don't only provide satisfied customers but true raving fans, people who think you're great, would only buy from you, keep buying from you, recommend you to other people, and so on. However, you're only going to achieve that if you've got the right people on the bus and you've got them in the right seat and they're fully trained. I remember Sir John Harvey Jones, who took over as chairman of ICI many years ago, saying that he was asked one day, what happens if we train people and they leave? And he said, what happens if we don't train them and they stay? Quite a good one, I thought, and certainly something that's always stuck on my mind. And lastly, and by no means least, we're going to cover systems improvement. So it's an absolute fact that businesses built on systems, on processes, are worth a lot more money than those without. So if you've not got, for example, a sales system or a customer service system, you know, to name two, then, you know, that's costing you money. It's going to cost you money in the long run in terms of the value of your business, and it's going to cost you money in the short term based on the fact that you don't have a process, or at least a written process, to use, no matter who is the salesperson in your business. So okay, so that's that. Let's just move on and talk about who this is for. So it's basically for I would say any business, but specifically for people who are what I call in the helping industry. So coaches, consultants, trainers, advisors, professional services, finance, accounting, software, technology, IT, those types of industries I believe will benefit possibly the most. Someone like, I don't know, if you run a butcher or a corner shop, it's probably not as appropriate to use some of the stuff, but no doubt you'd still get value out of it. So there are many reasons why you should attend now, but I believe the biggest one is now is the biggest opportunity. We've all shrunk back, or most of us have shrunk back in the last couple of years. Now we're starting to move forward. Now is the time to really push and get your business really leveraged to the next level. So that's that. Let's talk about, just before I talk about what you get, let me just give you some examples. So I've got a couple of people here that are clients who are saying nice things about me, which is always good. We've got over here Tim Solway. I helped him turn his business to a business losing $25,000 a month to profit, and helped him to double the business within 12 well, actually not within 12 months. I said we'd do it in 12 months and we did it in 9. So Tim and I have become really good friends since then, as you can imagine. Over here we've got accountant Parfrey Murphy. 64.7% growth in his accountancy firm within 3 months of working with me. How about this one? Nicholas Jovisa made an additional £2 million from 10 minutes of my advice, advising him to improve his advertising and particularly the headline. So, absolutely fantastic result there for him. Another one here, Sally Baker, saying how much she enjoyed the workshop. And this one here is probably the best testimonial of all. Ian Jones attended my workshop and made £42 million in 6 months. So not a bad return on his investment from Success Mastery and the Results Mastery program. So let's have a look at what you get. Firstly, you get a full DVD, I'm showing my age there, a full video-based sales and marketing training library, which is online, not on DVD, covering over 250 short, simple videos with workbooks, checklists, reports, templates, and so on and so forth. So a massive load of value. It's available for you 24/7 to train you and your team. You get 52 group meetings. That's one a week. It's every Wednesday morning. It's 9 o'clock through to about 10:30. And you gain the access not only to me, but your fellow Results Mastery members who've also got bags of experience and can help you in a mastermind format. Next, you get quarterly one-to-one meetings with me, starting with a kick-off meeting to really get you rocking and rolling very, very quickly and setting up your sales and marketing plan. Now, this is not just like a written plan. It's not a Word doc. This is a piece of software that you get access to, again, 24/7. It's online and it's also on your mobile. There's an app to download and you can go and do that. In addition to that, you get a 2-day annual conference. You get a hotline to me. You gain access to all my other sales and marketing training programs. And there's also a 100% money back guarantee, as I mentioned. If you do not make at least 10 times what the program costs you, you'll get your money back. Now, there is a proviso on that. That is providing you don't FTI, which is failed to implement. You got to take action. That's what's going to get results, not being on the program. It's what you do as a result of being on the program that makes a difference. So, you got to turn up, you got to take action, and you've got to make sure that you do that, because there's no point being on the program if you don't. So that's that. Little bit about me, just to give you an overview. I'm not going to read all that stuff. You can read it as I'm talking, but just to let you know, I come from a slightly unusual background, in so much that when I was a younger man, I played professional sport. I played my chosen sport of table tennis at international level, and one of the things that taught me was, I suppose, the willingness to win, and my belief that when you're in sport or in marketing or sales or in business, you do whatever it takes. You do whatever it takes to win, as long as it's within the rules or the law. I'm not suggesting you start ripping each other off or anything like that. I'm just saying, it's about commitment here. And, I'm very, very focused on really doing my best to help you, and pushing you to do your best to help yourself, really. Now, you see underneath here, if you've not seen enough testimonials here, we've got over 150 client testimonials. Go and download this, have a listen to have a read rather, to what other people say. There's some great case studies in there as well for you to take a look at. So, as promised, I'm going to now move over to the video side of the program. Remember, that's only part. That's this bit here. This bit here. Let me show you. Okay, so here we go. So this is the program. You're going to gain access to this. And in this, we've got all the video programs. So if I click here, Start Training, there we go. We click on that. And nothing happens. Let's see if I click here. Maybe something's going to happen here. There we go. Okay, so you can click either of those two buttons, but for some reason it was a little bit slow, and or maybe I didn't click the button right. So here you go. So you can see those principles that I spoke about. I said there were 7, but there's 8 buttons here, but you can see here the one over on the left is actually the introduction. So under each of these principles, there's loads and loads and loads of videos. So as promised, I'm going to go into the marketing one in this particular video and let you have a listen to one of the videos. So here we go. So we go in there, we select. That gives you access to all the different things you can see here, and these are constantly being improved and increased and added to and so on. But I'm going to talk to you or show you here today one called low-hanging fruit. This is really about getting the quick wins into your business. So one of the first things you're going to do when you join the Results Mastery program is listen again probably to this and start getting that business in. I want you to have made more money in the first month than you pay for the program. So here we go. Let's take a look.
Well, you're watching Business Connections Live. It's great to have your company today. On today's show, we're discussing how to get to £100,000 in 6 months or less. Joining me in the studio, my guest today is Steve Mills. Steve, we've been looking and alluding to a number of different things. What are the tricks for picking up your low-hanging fruit these days?
In my experience, with most businesses, we've all got low-hanging fruit. We've got leads that we haven't really followed up as well as we could. We've got LinkedIn contacts that we've not been in touch with. We've got past customers who bought from us perhaps 6 months ago, a year ago, perhaps 5 years ago, that we've not really kept in touch with properly on a regular basis. And we haven't spoken to them for a while. We've probably also got referrals. If you took 100 customers that I've got right now, and I said, right, okay, well, at the moment, out of those 100, let's say 15 of them have given me a referral. Maybe there's the odd one at the bottom that wouldn't for whatever reason. Nobody's perfect, but there's a big trench of people in there that would give me a referral. They've just never been asked to do so. So why is that then? That is because my referral marketing system ain't working, or I'm not working it, or I haven't got a referral.
What do you mean by
marketing
what is a referral marketing system?
What
do you do?
It's a process to win business from referral. It's how you will, in most businesses, you'll get business from referral. A lot of people say, and I've got one that believes it, that referral is the best form of marketing on the planet. Word of mouth is where it's at. And yet most businesses don't have a system for doing that. And so if you think about your business and my business, we can win business from referral, but without a system in place, we're not going to do that as well. So a system.
So are you quite forward in being backwards in as much as, do you go to your existing clients and say, what?
Absolutely. I'll go through it. Should we go through a script, Steve?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Please,
will that
don't
be good?
mind.
Okay.
Stand by, write this
Okay,
down.
you're ready. This is live, okay?
Right.
Okay, Steve. So we've known you now for, must be, about 3 or 4 years. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. So I know that you've got lots of business contacts. You've got suppliers, customers, people you've worked with. So I was wondering, out of everybody that you know, who do you think would be the top 4 or 5 people right now that I could help in the same way that I've helped you? Who would that be?
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
None of them. None of them. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the butcher.
Okay, fantastic. So, would it be okay if I used your name while I contacted them? Would that be fine?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. So that's an example of a simple little script. Now, notice one thing I didn't do. I didn't say, "Do you know anybody who'd be interested?" Now, why didn't I do that? Because that's what everybody and anybody who asks for referrals does. So I said, out of everybody that you know, who'd be the
Anyone
top
I can help?
3 or 4 or 4 or 5 people that I can help in the same way that I have you. So that's a better system, in my opinion, than saying, do you know anybody who we might be able to help? Because the standard answer to that is no, not really. But if I do, I'll certainly let you know, Steve. It's look like when you go into a shop and somebody says, can I help you? And you say, no, thanks, just looking.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do that? Why don't they have a better system in place to win more business? There's then the incentive side of things. So could I incentivize you from a referral point of view? Could I offer you something? And I know that, in certain industries is not quite the done thing, but we do something.
But an introductory fee.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear that all the time. If you introduce somebody.
You introduce it. We do a lovely thing, I think. We give to something, if somebody recommends us and they become a client of ours, we donate £100 to cancer research in their name. And I think I love the fact that we do that. It really, the more my business grows through referral, the more money I've donated to cancer research. How cool is that?
Very cool.
If you go to our website, you'll see we've donated over £6,500
wow.
to cancer research, which I love the fact that we've done that. So there you go. That's just one of many, many videos. That video actually was recorded live on something called Business Connections Live, which is the UK's #1 business channel. I was invited there as a guest. I've actually appeared on the program, on the TV program now, I think about 7 or 8 times. Which is a real honour and a privilege to do. Let me just give you another very quick example, because I don't want you to think they're all like that, because they're not. Some of them, in fact, most of them are just me sat there talking to you. So I'll just play a couple of minutes just by way of really demonstrating that they're not all like that.
Oh, so
there
in
you
this
go.
video, I want to talk to you about something called Omnipresence. Essentially, Omnipresence is about getting yourself out there. It's getting...
Okay, so that would be more the typical video that you get. But it doesn't matter what format they're in. It's all about the value. It's about what you do. Are you going to develop a referral marketing system? Are you going to go back to all your old customers that you've not been marketing to effectively over the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years? What are the leads that you've not really followed up as well as you could? How many times do you follow up a lead? There's evidence that most people do not buy within the first 6 contacts. In fact, often it's up to 8, 10, even 12 times that they've heard from you before they ever make a commitment to buy, and yet most salespeople give up after 2 or 3 calls. So this is really, really valuable stuff. So that's all I wanted to show you. I hope you think that's of value. I'd love it if you came and joined my program. I know it's going to make you loads more money. 25 to 100% more profit in the next 12 months. If you want that, get yourself signed up. Go to my website, steve-mills.com. Book your place here, clicking the gold button. Not quite sure? Book a meeting with me. We can have a conversation. I promise no hard sell, just answering your questions, and I look forward to speaking to you. So I hope to speak to you on the Results Mastery Program. And thank you very much for listening.